Hello everyone, welcome back to the MP Auto Group channel. Myself and Dan are going out today. We've taken all of our content equipment. We're going to get some content of the F80 M3 that we've got in recently, and we're also going to Caffeine and Machine. Dan's never been to Caffeine and Machine, so we're going to take him there, enjoy a drive out in the M3, and also just have a look what's across there. Right, if you haven't already seen it, Dan's going to show you now. Take a look at this F80 that we've got in. It is absolutely lovely. Very, very subtle car, Silverstone blue, which I really love. It's got a few of the M Performance carbon bits, rear diffuser, rear spoiler, rear diffuser. It's got the titanium exhaust system, which sounds absolutely incredible. We'll get some footage of that later on. It sounds like no S55 that I've ever heard before, and it's literally just cat back. I've always been an Audi guy, but this has changed me over to the dark side, over to the BMW side, and it sounds insane. Right, you go around the back, Dan, and I'll start it up. Incredible.
I thought I'd introduce myself to you all, everyone. I'm flipping heck. This guy's a crazy driver. I'm Dan. You might have seen me on the good old TikTok. I can't wait for today. Are you excited, Max?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I haven't been to Caffeine and Machine for a while. I can't actually remember the last car we took across there. It would have been something fun for a day out, but I don't think it would have been quite as fun as this. It might have been the RS5 actually. No, this thing's just.
We'll get some good footage. 100%. See you in the next shot. Well, we're currently looking for a good spot to take some photos.
We're in a lovely little village right now. Yeah.
Caffeine and Machine was slightly disappointing, to be more concerned. But we we still, nevertheless, have had a lovely day out in the F80.
We've really enjoyed ourselves.
You can't really complain when you're driving around in something as erratic as it is. What a ride!
This is incredible.
So, Mr. Maximilimus, yeah, why are we at an airfield currently, mate?
We are 2 minutes around the corner from Caffeine and Machine, and we're looking for some spots to get some B-roll, get some photos of the F80, make the most of the trip out. And we came across this airfield, so we're just scouting it out, seeing if there's any spots we can take some photos of it next to. It sounds like an aeroplane, so we might as well get it on the strip and let it take off, eh?
Just how you want it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So we left Caffeine and Machine and there wasn't a massive array of cars there, so it was quite a disappointing afternoon out. We were expecting some supercars, maybe some things we haven't seen before, but that never happened. However, on the way back, when we were driving back to Shrewsbury, we saw something absolutely incredible. I've never seen one before. I don't think Dan's ever seen one before. And I think a lot of people haven't seen this car before as well. I didn't know what it was to start with. We were guessing, flicking through a few different things. It wasn't until we got back and typed the reg in that we actually realised what it was. And that car was a prototype Aston Martin Valhalla. So we're on the way back from Caffeine and Machine, and me and Dan wanted to run through, we've done about 200 miles on the car now, we wanted to run through the things that we like about the F80 M3 comp and the things we don't like. It's obviously a 2016, so compared to some of the other cars we've got in, the first thing about this is that because it is a 2016, it's 9 years old. The iDrive is the iDrive 4, so this is just proper old, no CarPlay, bit clunky, and yeah, it's just old. To benefit it, we're actually in the next video changing from the ID4 to the ID6. We're getting it coded into the most recent F series iDrive system, and it'll also have the CarPlay as well, which I think will completely change this car. It's obviously, once you have CarPlay, that's all you want. If you get in a car without CarPlay, you take it for granted, and it is a bit annoying. So we're getting that done. That's one of the things, it's probably the worst thing about the car. Another thing that makes it a little bit dated is the rear headlights on this. You can get the CS headlights and swap them out. Because it's the 2016, it's not the LCI, it's got the first gen headlights, tail lights, sorry. And yeah, they're the only thing that make the exterior of this car look dated. I think the body of this car has aged really well. The flared arches, everything like that, it looks really good. It's a really good looking car. It's better than, well, in our opinion anyway, better than the M4. It looks a lot cleaner than the M4. And 5 doors always is just more practical. So if you're getting anyone in the back, easy enough. Getting things in and out the back as well. It's my choice anyway, preferably. My preference anyway. Now, getting on to the things we like about the F80. Now, I've had loads and loads of different cars in. We've had RS5s, we've had some M4s in, non-comps though. We've got an 840i at the moment. We've had loads of different things, but we've never had an F80 M3, and we haven't actually had a comp in either. We've had a few M2 OGs with the M55 engine, so not quite a proper M car, but this is the first comp we've had, and it is night and day over something like the RS5. I know the competitors. I've always been an Audi guy, but since I've got into MP Auto Group and since we've started shifting out BMWs because we know they sell, I'm getting changed. And I said this earlier just before we left. This car has really shifted my mind into BMW M cars are better track and performance cars than the Audi RS models. RS is quick, luxurious. It's a lot more luxurious than this. They spend a lot more R&D on the interior, but I mean, when you're getting in something like this, you're not really wanting the interior. That's not what you're bothered about. You're bothered about how the car drives, how it handles, the emotions you get whilst you drive the car. And luckily, when we picked this up, we didn't actually know, but the previous owner wasn't really a proper car guy, and he knew it had carbon exhaust tips, but he didn't actually know to the extent of what exhaust this had on. This has got an M Performance titanium exhaust. It's about £6,000 from BMW, and from the stock exhaust, it is a complete shift in sound, and it sounds like a proper track car. So we got really, really lucky that we picked this car up thinking everything was stock, and actually we've got an aftermarket BMW exhaust. So technically it is still stock, it's come from BMW factory, but that is the best thing about this car. I'm going to shift through the gears now, and it just, the feel and the excitement you get and the raw feel of this car is just absolutely insane. And this is one of the reasons why I've got in this and thought, you know what, these are better than Audis, and I shouldn't be saying that because I've always been an Audi guy, but they really are. And another thing that is night and day on these compared to the RS5 is the handling. The suspension on the comps is so much tighter than the same sort of generation Audi RS5s, and when you're cornering, even though you know it is a saloon car, it is a bit bigger, it doesn't feel it at all, and it handles absolutely amazingly. It's on rails, it's very direct. Obviously, with it being rear-wheel drive, it's a bit more playful. It's quite an intimidating car, but once you've got the grip, these things are absolutely insane compared to the RSs. The RS5 felt very, very boaty, and even though it was four-wheel drive and it did stick quite well because of that, it still felt like it wanted to understeer. However, this, about to come under this underpass, so we'll get it through here. You see, that's what you want when you're driving. When you're spending this sort of money, you want to have a smile on your face every time you're driving it. And I mean, if anyone got in this and didn't have a smile on their face, then there's something wrong with them, because this car is just like top end of fun. So that was the end of our M3 video going over to Caffeine and Machine. That was our first full long form YouTube video that we'd done, and we've got a lot more in the bank. If this is the sort of content you like, reviews, taking cars out, we're going to be doing a lot of buying cars, prepping cars, getting them ready for sale. There's so many different ideas we've got. There's so many things we've already recorded. We've got 3 more videos coming out over the next 3 weeks, I hope. One of them is we bought a very, very high mileage, high owner M4, so that's going to be some really interesting content. Make sure to like and subscribe, keep updated. This year we're going to try and do as many YouTube videos as we can. We want to be pumping them out. It helps us as a business because it grows our brand. So please like, follow, subscribe, comment, keep updated, and we'll see you in the next video.